Good evening, everyone. How you doing, Sean?
What's up?
It seems like you are now a regular guest of the show.
I was just about to say that. Sorry to intrude, but I
Yeah,
like to
sorry.
talk. I like to talk fishing during the week.
Yeah, sorry to disappoint everybody that doesn't want to listen to Sean.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all good.
How you doing, sir? You been
Uh,
fishing lately?
I'm doing well. It's just a kind of weird week at work doing our annual training, and this can kind of you know nothing exciting. What about you? How's it going, Max?
Oh, it's not too bad. I wish I was fishing more. Um, it's been a lot of fun trying to. I wouldn't even say help out James, but just kind of get that whole thing situated.
Yeah, I can only imagine that.
Yeah,
What all the tournament directors are going through right now,
yeah,
throughout California with the golden mussel thing. And things are changing all the time. Um,
yeah.
it's hard to stay on track with everything. You can contact the lakes the best you can, but stuff is changing. The Tulloch just closed, and everyone's kind of fighting for water. It's unfortunate that Nugent, as of now, canceled all their tournaments for the season. Hopefully, they come back. So I mean, that opens up a little more opportunity. I know a lot of the boaters, non-boaters, co-anglers all want to fish.
Mhm.
So maybe
I
that's
mean,
good for other tournaments trails. Maybe
yeah.
kayak. Who knows?
Yeah, but I mean, currently they really didn't close at a bad time. As in, it's just a tough year
Yeah,
to pull permits and everything else. So
absolutely. Yeah,
yeah, so I mean, hopefully they come back, obviously, but it wasn't really the worst time because it's
yeah,
yeah. I mean, everywhere's just basically saying nope. Don't
yeah,
come here.
yeah.
There's no book, no permits here. Which that's why the whole fiasco has kind of been interesting. You know, Obviously, I mean you're aware, but for the some of the guys that are listening, they might not be aware. But the Yakubass Gambler Series, there's a 30-day off limits period
Right.
before you show up to the lake, and obviously,
Like,
if we have a change of lake within those 30-day, that 30-day time frame, some
yeah,
guys may or may not have fished whatever that new body of lake is because they weren't expecting it to be there. So it's just a time where we kind of have to be lenient's not the word because obviously it's still no on the water as in no pre-fishing. So obviously just in this set example, obviously.
yeah,
But you know, we as the angler, we kind of have to play all this by ear as well. And then, you know, of course, Yakubass is James runs it more so of what do the anglers want to do more
mhm,
so than James running a executive decision, unless obviously the weather's not safe, you know. But
right.
yeah, it's just we got to kind of figure this out, and everybody has to communicate this year, until all the lakes are finalized and open. I mean, what there's how many lakes can we not go to? There's what Pardee, Maloney's won't allow tournaments. Obviously, Toke is closed for now.
Yeah,
Um,
Comanche.
Comanche. So
Um,
that's 34 lakes.
yeah,
Yeah, who knows? Who knows what may happen?
right.
Berryessa may close.
Yeah,
Clear Lake will probably continue to run, but that's also because it's Clear Lake. Oh dear. Giant greenies. Hashtag giant green. We got one of our co-hosts. He's just watching tonight.
nice, nice.
But yeah, it, it's an interesting time.
It is, and I mean that. I know some people are posting about the gamblers, get rid of the 30-day off limits and stuff. But I think that's what makes that unique.
Yeah.
That I mean, so what you're going to get on that body of water, 30 days before just to get a feel for the lake. But this time of year, water levels will be fluctuating. There's a lot of changes. It's not. You're better off saving the gas and joining Max out there to go catch some crappie somewhere.
I mean, a good example, right, would be like Folsom. We keep bringing Folsom back, but I mean, Folsom went up like 10 feet in 2 days. So if you pre-fished it a month ago and it rained in those 2 days, it goes up, 10, 15 feet. Maybe if they drop the water again, you'll be lucky and fish the same spots and same schools of fish. But, what are the odds those fish are going to be there?
I mean, I think going into this season with the gamblers again and at least the team tournament series. Oh, there's James.
Yeah, there's James.
My life. This is a lot tougher. Yes, I totally agree with you, James. Hey, feel free to jump on, James.
Yeah, if you want to yell at anybody, feel free to jump on and yell at everybody.
Yeah. Yak Bass has always gone off of anglers' votes and their opinions. I think some of the stuff could have maybe, let's throw a poll out there and see what people think. I know they had those opportunities and not many people chime in, and some of those polls, just from my experiences and stuff doing statistic things and stuff in the past, is some people get influenced by what other people are voting or saying and stuff. Whereas someone's saying some comments. I can't see the comments.
Oh no, nobody's saying anything. It's just I'm laughing because I've seen those same people that get influenced by the polls.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So I mean, I wouldn't mind even reaching out to people individually just through Messenger and just asking them, hey, what's your opinion about this? What do you vote on for this? Just to try to get like a true precise like answers and come with a solution to some of the problems. But I totally understand where James is coming from. We can have a permit for this day and other tournament series are fighting for permits too, because you're only allowed so many on a body of water on a day. So
I mean, obviously, Ramel's asking for the link. Ramel's
he's always trying to get that little link, isn't he?
Yeah. 1 second, Romel. I'll send it right over to you right now. But essentially, obviously the easiest place to probably pull a permit right now would be the Delta, because obviously if it's the main source of all these bodies of water shutting down, obviously it'd be the easiest.
Yeah, I agree.
But if we did do a Delta only series, a lot of guys probably wouldn't sign up because they wouldn't be so happy with Pua. And that's just kind of the honest truth.
Yeah, it is. That is the truth. I mean, just have to fish a little harder, but eventually people are going to get on, be putting little trackers on Pua, trying to figure out what the heck where he's at, what he's doing. But
then at the same time, it wouldn't be fair either, like in the Angler of the Year race, right? Because if it's a Northern California series, right, or
right,
you got to kind of go to other places. They got to be the Angler of the Year award. Can't just be the Delta King. It's got to be a guy that can catch slotted bass and so on and so forth.
Yeah,
it can't just be the grass guy. It wouldn't be fair in that sense.
No, yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah. But we still have options. I think people just need to be ready for changes. There might be some last minute changes, maybe a week or 2 weeks out prior to the tournament, and people's got to be ready for it, I think. Mm-hmm. And we're gonna have to accept it. This is the times that we're in right now, and
then obviously that would only apply for the one series, as in your off limit series, because if it's just your normal Yakka bass, right, where pre-fishing is allowed anyways,
right,
then it's not gonna hurt. It after those up there, James will sell Pua's waypoints for the highest bidder. That's not a bad idea to raise funds for Yakka bass. It could cover for all your costs for Yakabass for the next couple of seasons if you sell all the pool's waypoints to the highest bidders.
Yeah, I agree. What's up, Romel?
But how you doing?
What
Romel?
up? What's going on? Living the dream.
The wizard.
Living the dream. What's new? What I miss?
Nothing. Just trying to make sense of this hectic season that hasn't even started yet. To be honest,
Mhm.
how you doing, Chris?
Chris, what's that?
So
Yeah,
it's
craziness,
interesting.
man. A lot of unknowns.
There is. Right.
James got a message for you too, Romel. Are you coming by tomorrow? You guys have a special date?
I am.
That's-
No, just picking up some fresh plastic tomorrow.
Fresh plastic.
Huh. Interesting.
That sounds like a boat.
Yeah. Yeah, that it is. I got a new boat came in today. Kayak came in today. It's a PWR, but it's a special colored PWR. So
Special.
it would be kind of cool. Yeah.
Nice.
We like the only one in existence.
Yeah, like pink, like Crocs.
I'm not that cool.
I don't know how.
Not that cool.
I don't know how I got suckered into that. As in,
you put it out there, dude. That's on you.
Yeah, that's on you.
But more power to you. Rock it, dude.
Oh, I'm rocking them. It's gonna go the full. It's gonna go the full season. And
there you go.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
But there was something that me and Sean were kind of. Sorry, Rima. We're gonna. I don't know what's going on. It's kind of lagging on you.
No, go ahead. I'll catch you. I'll catch it later. Go ahead.
No.
Yeah, me and Sean were kind of saying about since the season's kind of slowly starting to kick off. Something we don't really discuss much is protest periods. Because we always fish an event, right? And then, Bill, one of the judges that judges for us here in Northern California, Uncle Bill. There's a lot of other judges in California that judges our trails, native that will be coming out here, has their national judges, so on and so forth. Just judges in general in our kayak series, right?
Yep.
The protest period of every event, every series has their own protest period, right? And every series has their own protest policy or procedure, how they go about protesting for fish. Whether it's duplicate fish, private protests, so on and so forth. It's something that I feel everybody that is fishing should at least figure out and understand and really think about how to utilize it. And what I mean by utilize is not to cancel or drop places, but sometimes fishy business happens. There's been times where guys submit the same fish multiple times. It's the same timestamp, it's the same fish, and that may put them in the top 10, or that may bump you down in cashing a check range. Things like these do happen from time to time.
Yeah.
That being said, reach out to your tournament director if you see some funny, fishy business going on.
Yeah.
And submit your claim, if you want to call it that. But just something to think about. Because at the end of the day, we're anglers and we're just like, everybody should be fishing honestly. It's you go off everybody's word, right? But even then, there are some guys that will submit the same fish twice or multiple times. So, or it's a mistake. It could be an honest mistake as well. Maybe they submit the same fish twice. There's a lot of fish that's going through the judging. Sometimes it's not Bill's fault, you know, but sometimes he misses fish. It happens. There's a lot of fish to check, or other judges, you know. So
Yeah.
we as the angler are also another judge to make sure that events are, you know, ran fairly. So
Yeah.
Just wanted to throw that out there for everybody. That's kind of something to think about, you know, or even fish that are submitted after photo submission deadline, you know, after the final picture can be taken. Sometimes those fish pass through sometimes, but
Right.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's just a fair to make sure that's a fair, even playing field for everybody, you know, and
Mhm.
it's not the judge's fault, you know, it's just sometimes these things happen. You know, it's unavoidable. We're all
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna happen, you know, human error. Like even
Yeah.
AJ brings up a good point too. Same fish twice. Since we are leading into the spawn,
It
you know.
says in the rules. I'll go grab them actually. Actually, let me go grab them so I could quote it exactly about
Do
that.
it, sir.
It's actually it's in the rules under the fish submission. I'll grab it.
I wonder how long he's gonna take.
Oh, I don't know.
But go ahead, Ramil. What we could jump around all over. So what were you trying to say earlier, sir?
No, I was just saying that like we're definitely in interesting times. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on as far as like fishing and like tournaments and like just the kayak industry in itself is at a weird crossroads. I think. Yeah, a lot of like shops that have closed down. A lot of companies that are
Mm.
trying to recover from stuff. Like Hobie is trying to get bought or somebody's trying to buy or like there's a lot of stuff going down right now. It's kind of interesting. Like just just kind of reflecting on stuff. So yeah, yeah, definitely interesting. But as far as like the I always like lead to believe that we give everyone the benefit of the doubt. I mean, obviously there are people out there that will try to take advantage of the systems, but for the most part, I mean, I used to play paintball and airsoft, and it was always like, the honor system, right? I mean, exactly if you get hit, if you kind of have to be like, yeah, that was me. And you have to believe that, like unless you're fishing a tournament like the native tournament, which is MLS style, and you just submit every single fish that you catch, and you're catching like, let's say you get on a good bite and you're catching 30, 40 fish. I mean, that's tough. That's tough for an angler, and that's also tough for a judge, to
Yeah.
with that many fish going through. But I mean, on a 5 fish limit, I mean, if you submit a fish twice, you're gonna see it. You're gonna look at it and be like, so be honest. Like just we do run on an honor system and also give the judges some leeway too. I mean, I know there's been a lot of everybody makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect. We're all human, and it goes
Mhm.
both ways for the angler
Yeah.
and the people judging and the people that are running the tournaments and stuff. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
what are we
Yeah.
talking about here? Like really?
Don't don't blackball the one guy for submitting the same
Yeah,
fish twice
for
because
sure.
maybe he did an accident. But
Yeah, you never know.
if he does it repeatedly,
Yes. Then that becomes,
that becomes an issue. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
All
Go
right,
ahead, Sean.
what do you got, Sean?
no, I don't have nothing yet. I'm still looking. It's in
Oh,
here.
okay.
For
All right. So
Keep
while
looking,
you're
sir.
doing that, I'm gonna drop a bomb on you guys. So I got let go from
Uh-oh.
Newport on Friday.
what?
Yeah.
A
Really?
go?
I got let go from Newport on Friday.
Oh
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, dude.
Interesting. I mean, what are you gonna do? It's
Dude,
the this
I,
is life. This is the industry, right? It's kind of cutthroat
Did
right
it?
now. Like the way
Did
things
After
go
Dark
around.
have something to do with it? Did you say
What's that?
something bad on After? Did you say something bad on After Dark or something? Is that why?
No. No,
Okay.
you
Dude,
know,
We'll go
sometimes
delete it. We'll go delete it if that happened.
no, that like none of that stuff. I mean, honestly, sometimes we grow apart. Sometimes, companies think they grow faster than the people that, kind of help prop them up a
That's
little bit. So, the, maybe maybe Newport felt like, they didn't need me anymore. So, I mean,
gosh.
I was given some reasons on why, and those are kind of just paper reasons, like, and
Yeah.
stop
it's
full stuff. Like,
It's
hmm?
that's crazy.
your typical stuff. You underperformed this
Exactly.
quarterly. Yeah.
Yep, pretty much. Like I didn't fulfill my duties, supporting customer service and something else and, you know, other things. But um so
That being said,
I was the head of
th-
product at Newport. But last year they brought on a new head of product. And I just feel like, when you come in as a head coach and you want to create your own team and bring your own team
mm,
in. And I think what's happening is maybe I think they're trying to build a R&D in SoCal, and he probably wanted to bring on his own people. So um I just became a casualty of that. So but I mean, yeah,
that means
interesting for
yeah.
sure.
That being said, though, Newport's still a great product. Not bashing the
Oh,
product at
dude.
all.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not,
Yeah.
me going leaving Newport, or me getting let go from Newport is no
Yeah.
reflection on the product itself. I mean,
Yeah.
there may be one or two people that we may not like right now, but I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
it is what it is, right? But that being said, I was taken care of. The CEO Pat, who has become my friend the last 4 years. I mean, I got compensated, and so I got a package, and I can. This is like the first time in my life I've been like without a job, I think, since I was like 16, I think, or something like
Yeah.
that. Um, but yeah, it's definitely an interesting position, but it definitely blindsided me a little bit, caught me off guard. Um, but I mean,
Interesting.
yeah,
Weird.
right. Funny
That
story though. It's like we just got our shipment of low pros in last week, and like I had to do the qualifying test and all the analysis and just basic all QC stuff. And I finished all that stuff Thursday night and submitted my report, and then they let me go on Friday. So that was kind of interesting. So like I don't know if that had any relevance, but I was like, huh, weird. But hey, you know what? I can't complain. It was good times. It
Does
was a good 4 years. Like, it's like we can look back and reflect and see where we were and where we are now. And um, it's definitely a positive. Like, nothing negative to say about my time there. So you know, I've always been, a pretty humble guy. I like to say, I'm not
yeah.
flashy or
yeah.
whatnot, but I like to try to help people out. And you know, I always feel like one day what goes around will come around, and we'll land somewhere cool. And I thought maybe Newport was going to be it, but we move on. We see what's up. I mean, I've met a lot of cool people in the industry, so we never know. I might end up out of the industry if that's the path that we go in. Then you know that's where we end up. So, but yeah,
Shoot.
no, yeah, it's just not. I was like, if there's any place that I'm gonna like rant about it. I mean, that's not really a rant, but I figure I share with you guys. I mean, you guys are my
Well,
people. You guys are the community that we love and that I love and I love to spend time with. So yeah, why not? At least I'll have some time to
that's
fish. So
that's exactly what Dustin Brown is asking.
yeah,
That means you'll be fishing with us more.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah. But
Yeah.
anyways.
But there's also Kite City, a kite store in Antigua, shorter drive than Sacramento.
Oh,
Inside it.
well, that's been brought up many times, and many times in my 4 years it's been brought up. I don't know. We'll see, I guess.
Yeah. Damn.
There's a lot of people that would highly appreciate cutting the 3 hour drive to 2 hours, like
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Yeah, not
Um,
it's nothing against the store. It's just a far drive for me, is all.
it
Yeah,
is. I mean, I
yeah,
do. Like I said, I've got a lot of friends in the industry, so I mean, as far as like getting products and stuff, I don't think that would be an issue. But you know, it's an interesting jump though to go from. I mean, as a kid, it had always been engraved in my head is you work at 8 to 5, you get a Monday through Friday. It's like that secure paycheck every 2 weeks. That 40 hours, and that's what you grind on, and that's so. It's scary, man. Just thinking about that might be cool. Might be very cool to have my own place and like work for myself and
Hmm.
but it's also scary at the same time. Like I know there's a lot of guys that are in the industry that work for themselves and have their own companies and whatnot. And um, you know, as I always say, it's less intimidating when you're not playing with your own money, but when
yeah,
everything's on the line and it all comes down to you, like, and you got to bet on yourself, like, are you going to go all in? And maybe that's where we're at. Maybe I need to go all in. I don't know, but um, definitely, I feel like the community, like especially around here, would definitely support me. So, which would be cool. But
Travis back.
Travis is
he's all
looking for a
looking for a
drywall.
drywall guy. Just saying, I don't know, man. I'm trying to do that in my house, and I had to hire somebody to come fix it. So I don't know.
Wow.
But we're
Wrong
always
person to
looking
do
for.
drywall.
Oh gosh. I already had another guy. Oh, you can come and do roofs with me. I'm like, oh, dude, I don't know about that either. But you know, but
Jeez. You know what's crazy, Romel? I was going to text you today because you've always been like the ambassador of Newport and helping people out. And
yeah,
I was in the process of trying to get my New Jersey set up for this,
no,
and because I haven't had a New Jersey since 2019, so I
yeah,
need updating. And I was going to ask you, I'm like, hey, is it cool if I put Newport on my jersey?
do it,
And
dude. I'm not gonna do it. Like I'll tell you right now, like if there's no other motor, there's no other brand that I would
oh
that I
yeah,
would run. So
yeah.
I mean, like,
But
um,
I was just trying to put a little support out there, but now I'm kind of no. The product's great.
yeah,
The product's great, hands down. It's good,
yeah.
due to the help of people like you. But now I'm like, eh,
James is referring to Travis's drywall question. Or
oh,
drywall guy.
Yeah.
that's funny.
Yeah. Nah, dude, I appreciate once again, it's like we always want to represent brands that we love that do well for us. And
Yeah,
even though I'm not flying the Newport flags or doing any of that stuff, which I mean, um I'm not like that anyway, but I still believe that the Newport motors, like the NK300 and the NK180, are the best all around motors around, like rear motor.
I agree.
Torpedo's great, but they're too expensive. They're like
They,
they're just there's not a lot of value there for the everyday angler that's just trying to um compete and just hang with everybody else. Like Torpedo, like the product is awesome, but it's just too damn expensive, dude.
I agree.
And that's
And
kind of like all these other bow mounts that are out there too. Same thing. It's like, you know, um, your Lowrances and your power poles and all these motors that are emerging that are coming out to cover the hole that was left by Motor Guide. Like,
Mhm.
dang, dude, I'm not spending $3,000 on a motor. Like, I just can't do it.
Yeah. A lot
Too
of
much.
us, a lot of us can't.
And that's the thing is like, a lot. It just, but unfortunately, like as all this technology comes out, you're kind of led to believe that's what you have to do to compete.
Yep.
It becomes kind of a money game, and the truth of the fact is that like I remember when I first got into tournaments, and I forgot which tournament it was, and we were all out there, and it was a pretty big tournament. It was on Tiki Lagoon. It was the old
Mm.
Yakabass tournament. The guy that won it was on a pink, I forgot what kayak. It was like a 10-foot pink kayak, and he just kicked all our asses.
That's awesome.
Paddle kayak, just literally like a total recreational kayak. And it's like,
That's cool.
and that's basic, that's where this all begins. It's not about what you have. It's not about how much money you spend. It's about, catching greenfish. It's throwing that lure in the right spot, right at the right time, and just tricking that fish, right? So it's just how it is.
There you go.
Sounds like we'll have
We're,
availability. Yeah, I mean, shoot, if there's any time that was available, it'd probably be now, the next month or two, uh, for sure. I could literally probably sit and do nothing for 2 months because I got, paid out pretty well and like be okay. But dude, I'll probably do that for maybe 5 days and go stir crazy and go do something. That's just not me. So,
yeah, you'd probably end up having to go fishing or something, or
oh,
get
I'm gonna
moving.
be fishing for sure. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, I just got some foul weather gear that I bought from a company called Firefly, and which is interesting. They make the carbon fiber 360 light that I run, boat light. Um, and so they came out with foul weather gear, and so some bibs and neoprene bibs and this nice jacket. And so I'm like, huh, I'm ready to go for wintertime, even though winter's almost over. So I mean, we'll be good to go. But yeah, just maybe I'll put them to good use in the next couple weeks. And just go
it
get out there.
looks it looks interesting.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah,
Trying
Firefly
to,
needs to.
yeah, I'm trying to find if they have
Got it.
a waterproof rating.
Yeah, I haven't. I could probably get that info for you, but I mean,
Yeah,
they're like neoprene wetsuit, like freaking like pretty crazy like stuff. It's got that seal skin feel to it. Honestly, it's pretty cool. We'll
yeah,
we'll try it out. I'll let you know.
for the guys at home that are wondering,
Yeah,
or
there it
the
is.
guys
Yeah,
watching.
Oh,
wetsuit. Uh
nice.
huh. Yeah. So yeah,
Just
that's what I'm rocking. The jacket's freaking legit. Like the jacket's super
Yeah.
freaking nice. But anyway, that's enough about me. What's the rule say there, Mr. Sean?
All right. Here's the rules. Under whatever, there's a Y and a bunch of stuff next to it. It's in the rules. It's in the rules. So
go
what
ahead,
it says:
read it out.
each digital photo submitted by the same competitor in each event must be of a different fish. Subsequent digital photos of the same fish submitted by the competitor in an event will be denied.
Mm.
So, must be of a different fish.
Mm-hmm. I mean, supposed to. We're catching 5 fish limit.
So, especially going in spring and spawn, I mean, there'll be fish up bedding, as soon as the weather warms up. And it's definitely possible to catch that same fish maybe an hour after you caught, maybe 2 hours, maybe, who knows? So,
Especially if you have, like, say, a specific dock or specific laydown or something that you come to every single 30 minutes or hour, whatever. You make a cast with that sink, going like, oh, there's another fish.
Yeah.
It's possible to catch the same fish over and over. Yeah.
So it just goes to show, no matter what the time frame, if it's the same fish, it's the same fish.
Abel is asking who's trying to submit the same 5.
We
know who they are.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
There's been the same fish submitted twice, and I'm pretty sure it was caught at different times, and I'm sure it wasn't intentional, but it didn't get caught or discovered until after the 48-hour dispute period.
Yeah.
So what
we know who they are. Go ahead.
What if it's what does that mean? So what if it's 2 different competitors though? So let's say, but it's the same fish, then it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, that would be fine. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
unless they're caught sharing fish.
Yes, and then with that, though, it'd be timestamp though, because basically, if you just looked at the timestamp, it'd probably be within that like 5-minute, time frame.
Yeah.
But completely not possible, or not impossible, as in that's definitely a possible scenario.
Right.
But
I mean,
we would shared, because there were rumors at Wild West Shasta years back. There were 2 individuals. It was rumored, just a rumor, that they were sharing fish. There was nothing that came about it, but the TD at the time supposedly spoke to those individuals about the possible accusations.
Yeah.
So it's possible. Whenever there's money involved, some people unfortunately try to get an edge sometimes, and it's not worth it, dude, to get blackballed from fishing tournaments. Like, it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
It's an interesting business. It's kind of the best way to put it.
Yeah.
A lot of guys will find gray areas or gray ways to gain an advantage. So,
fortunately, yeah.
But I mean, everybody, the guys that have been doing it long enough, we all know who they are. Unfortunately, it's one of those deals. Fortunately, unfortunately, it's one of those deals where if you want tournament fishing to grow, we kind of have to sweep it under the rug and continue on our day, because we want to look at the positivity versus the negativity. And so that's just, that's just kind of, it's like an unspoken rule, or not even rule, but just kind of guideline in tournament fishing is, if that guy cheated, it's just, don't let him sign up anymore. And then that's that, or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
It's not talked about, just because, tournament fishing is so small. Everybody's trying to grow it, that if all you hear is bad news, less people would want to sign up.
Right.
It's just, that's kind of how it is.
Bad for the sport.
Yeah, it's bad for the sport. So, I mean, even us saying this, and if a guy's here, they might be, oh, who are these guys to say anything? Maybe bad for the sport already.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna go get some dinner and hang out with the wife for a little bit, but just wanted to jump in real quick and see what's up.
Well, Romel, sorry to hear about it, man. That's that's rough.
No worries. But, we we're cool. I mean, dude, still love the industry, still love the community. Give me a little bit of little time, and we'll figure out where we are, and but you guys know where to find me. I'll be around. I'm not going nowhere. So I got too much love, and too much to give this community still. So I mean, we're good. I'll we continue on, man. That's just life. So
You take everything so easy, dude. You're always chill about everything. You're always easy.
Yeah, I mean, I can't worry about things I can't control. So, I mean, I can only worry about the things that I can control. And, if a company decides to move on, it is what it is, man. I can't fight it. I can't win. I can't fight that fight. So the only thing is I can go throw a punch somewhere else and see what lands. So,
Yeah.
but, yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely interesting times, but yeah, we're cool guys. No worries.
Well, I'm sure the word's going to get out. There's going to be people
Uh,
in the industry. They're going to be calling you up, looking for you.
yeah, maybe we'll see. Well, I always you always run into people that say that, and then we really find out who our true friends are, like in moments like these,
Mhm.
and definitely we see everyone's true colors at one point in time, and sometimes it takes adversity to really draw that out, and
Right.
if it works out, it works out, but we'll figure it out as we go along. We'll take it day by day.
Yeah.
Well, I can't do much, but feel free to reach out if there's
Dude,
anything.
you know what?
Yeah.
We're cool, man. I'm gonna see you guys more on the water though, for sure, in the next couple months. So we'll be all right.
Cool.
We'll be all
Sign,
right. I'll get
sign up this
some time
weekend.
to yeah. I'm gonna get some time to learn how to fish again finally. So yeah, we'll be all right. Well, all right, gentlemen. I'll let you guys do your thing. I'll check you guys out next time.
All right.
All right, Ramel.
Take care.
All right. Later.
That was good timing. Gosh.
God, man,
I don't know where to go.
that's tough. That's tough.
I mean, I'm
I
grateful.
I
I'm
honestly
grateful.
there'll be
I'm,
people reaching out to him.
yeah.
I
I mean,
I sure hope so.
yeah.
He's got
There'll be somebody.
too much talent, too much knowledge, for that just to be sitting around. It's I hope people reach out to him. We'll get a GoFundMe page for him going. He'll be taken care of. He's always got a good attitude about everything.
Mhm. Unfortunately, my platform's too small to really
Right.
help them out.
People.
Yeah. All but 5 guys are watching, so it's kind of hard for me to help them out with anything.
Yeah.
But
Shoot.
I mean, gosh, I don't know where to go from that because Ramel dropped that bombshell on us, and now I'm just kind of shell shocked.
So I don't know. I get bored, and I kind of been spending time on eBay lately, and just looking up different baits, discontinued baits, new baits. And I finally got some stuff today, which is kind of neat. What was that? I missed it. What did that one say?
No, Ramel's a stand-up guy.
He is. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can't say enough.
Before, sorry, Sean.
Oh, go ahead.
There's a question, or more of a opinion that Alan was asking for. Is one of his buddy on a kayak says he can't afford a motor, and his buddy told Alan that it'll only be fair for non-motorized kayaks to get a head start. Just a thought. I will answer this by saying, not last year's West Coast Championship, but the year prior, 2023, there was a guy in an Outback that literally beat everybody that had NK 100, 180s, and NK 300s, just pedaling his Outback, and he was ahead of the pack.
Yeah.
So, that being said, get in shape.
Yeah.
Stop eating so much.
That's a tough one because I think a lot of us have been in that situation when the other person has a motor and you don't, or that's a tough one. I mean, so what do you set it as? You get a 5-minute head start, you get a 10-minute, 15, 30 seconds. Like, what do you do?
Yeah.
No?
That is kind of the hard part, is how much of a head start do you give the guy that doesn't have a motor?
Yeah,
Because
like,
if you give him,
he's got a native, so we're gonna give him an extra 5 minutes. Oh, he's got a
Yeah.
hope. Okay, he only gets this many minutes. I mean,
and
tough.
then
I mean,
and then how do you enforce it? Because
because
what if he just says, well, I'm not fishing he could just launch without a motor and be like, well, I'm not fishing tournament, I'm going fun fishing, right? And he just goes, and at the end of the day, he's already 30 minutes ahead of everybody, right?
yeah,
It becomes more difficult to enforce. It becomes more difficult to police, because the guys around are going to be like, well, that guy didn't have a motor, he got his 15 minutes head start, 5 minutes head start, whatever it may be. He got to the spot first, and he fished it simply because he got so far of a head start.
Right.
It's very hard.
Yeah, he got there first, or there was a fish
Mhm.
on bed, he got there first. I mean,
Yeah.
one of those scenarios, and we brought it up before. You're not gonna make everyone happy.
Yeah.
No matter what the choice, what the decision is.
Yeah. Well, I guess the fairest way to say it is, on a bass boat, right? On a bass boat, certain bass boats run faster than other bass boats.
Absolutely.
So, if just trying to compare, if you're saying to give them a head start on a bass boat, how would you say that as well? They both have motors. Say it's a 250 horsepower motor limit, but X brand of bass boat runs faster than Y brand of bass boat. You're saying you should give Y brand a 5-minute head start so that it's an even playing field. It's
so
it is a work, but
Future Pro Tour used to do that in the first few years. They had Future Pro Tour. They had a small boat and they had a big boat division. They used to blast off the small boat division first, and that was anyone whatever less than
under 17 feet or something. Yeah,
100 horsepower or whatever. So you get guys in like little 10 horsepower aluminum boats taking off. Okay, cool. Okay, there goes the small boat division, first flight, whatever. They're done. All right, big boat division. Boat number 1, 250 Merc. That guy in the little 10 horsepower. Whoa, 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 whoa. These people flying by, get swamped. Then eventually he changed it because it wasn't safe. These guys were getting swamped. Not saying guys with 300s on the back of their kayak are going to be swamping other guys, but either way, it's going to be tough to make that determination for a head start, if you would.
Yeah. I mean, so the idea of a head start to get more participation for the regular Yakka bass, I don't think that's the issue. As in, I don't think that's the issue to get more guys. I think just in general, not just Yakka bass, but in kayak fishing in general, right? Especially on your normal starter trails in general. I think it's not a motor or no motor deal. It's more so of, can we retain anglers? And what I mean by that is, can we get guys that want to come back and fish every single year and then grow that number? Because the new anglers are going to try it. They may or may not like it. And then they don't fish it, which is fine. But getting the retention of guys that will continue to return year back, every single year, is more where I think we should focus on, as in,
I agree.
the more guys that you can get to return, the higher the numbers will go eventually. Versus if you were to get less guys returning and just constantly new guys in because of, say, for this example, allowing a no motor head start, they might still get that head start, but they'll come fish one or two events. They don't do well, they get discouraged, and then they never come back. So I think the answer still lies more so in trying to keep guys to continue to fish, which is the hard part. I think that's the hardest part in our tournaments. Well, any tournament, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good call.
That's a separate issue, but yes, I agree. It is indeed a separate issue.
It is.
I answered your.
Think about how far you could go if you gave them 5 minutes. 5 minutes, and say they're paddling and they're going 4 miles per hour.
Yeah,
they're going to get a pretty good lead out there, and some guys with their motors, depending on how they run them, probably aren't going to catch them.
Yeah. James is saying the only fair way to do is flights, draw numbers.
Yep.
Yeah, draw numbers, this shotgun launch, and everybody goes in. Whoever goes in early comes in early, and whoever goes out late comes out.
Yeah.
Comes back late.
I mean, pretty much the only single launch we have is only at Tulik, really. There's only the one ramp, when it was open.
Yeah.
But I mean, depending on the events, I mean, usually the early events, we're getting, the first event's usually around 120, sometimes 130, usually around 120-ish. Then so slowly tapers off after that. So you can imagine 120 kayaks in one spot. I mean, we did it for the native tournament at Maloney's. We were up there at 180 something, 180, 181, I think it was. It's pretty chaotic.
Yeah.
But it was successful.
It would not be fun. It would not be fun for Kai guys to do a single shotgun launch with flights. That would be very, very difficult, entertaining.
You would need someone out there, the way the boats run it, everyone has their boat number, say 1 through 25. All right, first flight 1 through 25. Boat number 1, okay, it's Max. Boat number 2, all right, Pua, go ahead. Boat number 3, all right, there's the, and so forth. Then you do the second flight. Then you have staggered times to weigh in, or submit your fish. It's just not gonna.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah, so that's a hard deal. Save up for a motor, I guess, is if he feels that he's not, back to Alan's question, if he feels like he's not competitive enough, then save up for a motor. But I mean, there's plenty of anglers that are competitive without a motor.
Yes.
It still comes down to fishing, regardless of guys run 6 miles, 6 mile an hour ahead of you, or they run 3 miles an hour following behind you. It's still
right.
It still comes down to the angler. It's still the fastest guy doesn't mean that he's going to catch the most amount of fish or the biggest fish.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, yeah, like for instance, if you go to Easton, how far are you going out to catch good fish? Within a mile of the ramp, maybe? Mile and a half?
I don't know, Sean.
Not specifics. To catch a fish, how about this? How about to catch a fish around 5 pounds? Can you catch one within a mile and a half from the launch ramp?
Well, on any body of water, you could catch. It may not be the winning spot, as in the winning school of fish, but you could catch a kickerfish right in front of the ramp. I mean, you can catch a kickerfish on the ramp.
Yeah,
a lot of guys don't fish ramps. A ramp pattern.
So like the point being, you don't have to necessarily go far. The motor's just is this giving you a more range, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm
but-
going to keep my motor though. So
Well,
I
if
got.
somebody's
What we got? What we got?
if somebody's looking for motors, Troy Haney is selling both his motors.
See, there you go. There's
Get a discount.
there's people always, selling stuff. I mean, just get the basic 180. That thing's fine. I ran that thing. I loved it.
Like Appy. How much money he's won just in a paddle kayak. Uh-oh. And we got a good person to chime in on this. This guy's a great person to chime in on
There
this.
he is,
How you
I
doing,
just got
Isaiah?
back.
fresh off the water.
Yep.
Probably the best guy to chime in about this motor, no motor deal. Because you barely installed your motor, what, last year? Barely?
Yes.
Yeah.
Got one last year, and I mean before that, I still paddled even when everyone else had pedals. Like I was like, no, what I got, use what I got. What you got? But I just adapted with what changed with the times that change.
Yeah.
Granted, I
Did
can
you
still take my motor off and still do 4.5 miles an hour. So
Yeah. But did you feel at a disadvantage?
nope. Because everyone else takes off, and you're like, well, I got all this area, no one's gonna fish it, so might as well hit it.
Fair enough. Before I forget here, because Paul keeps messaging me, even though he's not on here.
Do it.
There is a giveaway tonight.
Oh,
Oh.
I didn't even know. What are we giving away?
There is a giveaway tonight. If you guys can see that. Can you guys see that?
Is that Sneaky Pete?
Sneaky P in the shed.
Ooh,
No. Pua is giving
I
away
think-
his old Pua's giving away his old treadmill, is what he said.
his old.
Oh, not the bait.
so, so he's giving away the treadmill. He's not giving away the bait.
Oh, well, never mind.
What?
Is what he told me. But I'm pretty sure he means that as a joke. But we will do a giveaway at the closer towards the end of the show here. We'll try not to run too long tonight.
I like that.
But
Sneaky Pete. I know some tricks with that Sneaky Pete. Some sneaky tricks.
So do
yeah,
I.
for the guys that don't know, Sneaky Pete's a great current glide, as it's a glide bait made to fish in current. Swims better in current than most glide baits, I should say. That's
Yep.
probably the best way to say it.
Yep.
So
Out G-Rat
yeah.
stuff.
That being said,
That's exciting.
are you fishing the Gambler series this weekend, Isaiah?
No,
No.
I have other things going on I got to take care of.
You, Sean? Dang.
Sorry, Max, you're on your own.
All right.
So you're telling me that I get to go fish it by myself?
Yep.
You got good. You got good. odds.
Brutal.
Nah, I can't. I can't make it.
Kenny's asking which kayak you have.
Before the motor or what I currently use?
Let's just say both.
I started, okay, I'll just go run down the line. I started in a Perception Pescador 100, a 10-foot paddle kayak.
Yeah.
Upgraded to a New Canoe Frontier 12
I remember
and
that.
ran that from 2019 until April of last year. And then now I'm currently in a Hobie PA.
Yeah. And so for the guys that you ran without a motor in the New Canoe and
Yep.
sorry, I forgot the other one. You just said it. I'm
The
dropping the ball.
That's all good. Not the Perception. Yeah, Perception.
Yeah. So both were pedal kayaks without a motor. You fished your tournaments, and then now you finally jumped to a PA.
It was a paddle kayak.
Yeah.
started in paddle, and then I even paddled my Frontier, and that thing's a tank. And then I bought the drive when the drive came out. I'm like, okay, cool. Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah. You and I both know about that drive. We'll leave it at that.
I know a lot about that drive, and I'll just tell you how many times I broke it.
We'll leave it at that. Nothing's perfect. We'll leave it at that.
Nope.
Yeah. Great drive. AJ can attest to that too.
Oh, I know. It works. It works if you don't put as many hours as I do on the water.
Yeah. That being said, all about the motor talk. There is that also that new, your $100 motor with a your motor guide or Minn Kota motor that's $100, 40-pound thrust motor kind of deal that you can get and then put on that Tiny Boat Nation autopilot head on it. You can go that route.
Enduro?
Yeah, the Enduros. As Romel was saying, the problem with that is stowing it and deploying it. Because it's not like your XI3 where you push the button, the whole thing pops up. Or say like your NK where you pull the cord and it comes up. So it is a cheap option. I know Robert, when I started fishing with Robert, he had his motor mounted to the side and he was basically tiller motoring it. He didn't go the fastest, but he's not a motor.
Yeah.
So.
James?
If they are discontinuing them and discounting them, I have a chance to sell and could.
He's trying to multitask and text at the same time.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
You got us confused, James.
You need an interpreter, James. Feel like they're discontinuing them.
Just jump on and discontinue. Which one?
Motor guides, maybe? The nuclear drive. If they're discontinuing, now a chance to sell.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like their first drive, the H2O drive. It's the same. It's literally the same drive. It's just a little bit different. That's about it.
Yeah, the pivot drive. Nothing against it, but it's really not the best drive out there.
I mean, it's a 1-to-6 gear ratio. It's not bad until you run into some grass.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I have to say about it.
That's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah. Save the money, get the motor.
That's what I should have done, but
yeah.
Get the motor.
I didn't want to register a boat at the time.
AJ's being politically correct here. It does work.
Yeah.
All of them work. All of them do work. Love you, AJ.
Yeah. Back off. Right?
Yeah, yak off. Don't forget to go vote for AJ and his yak off contest.
Hold on.
You said like you're gonna start yakking off or something.
Whoa.
Yeah,
that being said, is there anything this year that you guys are looking forward to? Obviously, New Maloney's got changed to McClure. Everybody's going to be looking forward to McClure, right?
Yeah.
McClure always fishes wonderful.
I fish it the same way I always do.
Yeah. I'll throw this out there. McClure, that time of the year, historically, that we've always gone there during the summer, there's always a topwater bite. If you stick a topwater in your hand long enough, you can always catch 5 on a topwater.
True.
And it could or could not cash you a check because your topwater fish are typically your better fish. Not always, but they're good fish.
And it's a timing thing.
Well,
Sometimes.
all the years that I fished clear for top water, I always just stuck in my hand and fished it all day. As in,
Yeah, but you'll get those. You'll get those little dry spells though. You'll get to
yes,
want to put it down. Then all of a sudden you'll get back to back to back to back cast, and
Yeah.
you can load up quick.
Yep.
so they've been
You
way
can't-
ahead of the game here, but yeah, it's
You can't have
sneaky pat. Yeah. You guys aren't looking for anything else? Clear Lake?
yes.
Clear Lake in 36-pound bags right now.
I've been buying baits.
Always looking forward to Clear Lake.
I've been buying baits just for Clear Lake lately.
I know.
What are you buying?
Baits.
Your eBay stuff?
Yeah. For Clear Lake. Got on eBay, hitch color. Mission fish, 7-inch.
Mission fish.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sean. I completely forgot about your eBay baits until just now.
Oh, the cool thing is it's totally released once the hook's all tucked in here on the top. We'll do there, but like, no, I mean, not no one go off like history, but used to use it way back when. Then the Rising Sun, same thing, just a little different version.
Have you thrown the Rising Sun yet, sir?
Yes, I have.
So I'm told that the Rising Sun is one of the best slow swimmers, as in you could creep it and it still kicks and it stays upright. As in it's a good swim bait, as in it does what you want it to do in a swim bait.
Yeah, there's been other companies that make one similar, but when I bought this bait, the guy had that with it, so it was a good deal. And used them in 08, 09, and tore them up on it. And it's hard to find these mission fish, so found them. It's pretty exciting.
So Abel brings up a question. Do you guys know anything about this? The Power Pole Vision.
The motor.
No, not the motor. It's a unit. Well, it's more like a tablet. It's more like a tablet than it is of a unit. I guess I'll just pull it up because it's quickest to show everybody. Essentially, it's supposed to help network everything along with PowerPole. It's
Oh,
yeah. Sorry.
No.
Wrong year. That doesn't help. Wrong year.
hold on, go back.
I clicked on an article from 2018. It doesn't help. It's 2025 right now.
Damn.
Yeah. That's not.
Oh dear.
Now we're
But yes.
going through Max's search history. It's make it questionable.
You're right.
But yes. This was their release. We're gonna. So it sure seems like it's similar to the old Vision. I didn't know there was old Vision. To be honest with her, I didn't know. But it sure seems like it's still just a control module. Would have to do much more research on that, Abel. There's just not enough information out there currently that's hit my table.
First I've heard about it.
Well, I haven't heard about it.
But what I've seen is it's yes, that was the previous model, Abel. I just realized that when we pulled that up.
Yeah.
But AJ has sent it to me earlier as well. It looked like it was basically off of what I gathered. It shows mapping, and what I mean by mapping is not your traditional mapping of contour lines, more so of your navigational mapping. So water navigational mapping plus show the screen of football. So I'm assuming you could have your mapping is connected to your Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, and also allow you to be able to stream video. Yeah, I think it's more so of a hub, like a powerful hub, so you can control multiple things, do multiple things. Be like a TV, smart TV almost.
Huh.
Not enough information. Yeah, it definitely looks like a tablet that can network. That's what it looks
Huh.
like. Good
Cool.
evening, Key.
Hey,
Kristen Salty Key.
awesome. Guys,
He's actually a great guy to tell.
it's a good guy.
He wasn't on here earlier, but Romel recently got let go from Newport. So
Yeah.
yeah. Romel probably won't reach out to you and tell you that, Key, but I'm gonna let you know that because you're a great guy in the industry to know
Yeah.
that.
He's
You're the right person to know.
yeah. Dang.
So, just wanted to throw that out there to you, sir. That being said,
Yeah, what the heck?
should we do a giveaway, gentlemen?
How do you want to do it?
Well, we're gonna have a hashtag. And I was thinking, hashtag waterfalls.
Water. For who?
Hashtag waterfalls.
Waterfalls. Hashtag waterfalls. Stand
Stand by.
You guys gotta go. You guys gotta go to the comment section and comment hashtag waterfalls. So for both of you gentlemen, if you guys, well, you're trying to write it, so with an S, all lowercase, it's fine. Just like how Mr. AJ has it written, hashtag waterfalls. If anybody that wants to get into the giveaway,
That's cool.
can. So before we actually do the giveaway, do you guys want to tell the waterfall story? Because I feel like even though I was a part of the waterfall story, I don't remember the waterfall story. So do either one of you guys want to tell what the waterfall thing is?
Hey, don't drink from a bottle with Vinny. That's what it is. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, I think you're referring to
With by S. With
Lake
by
Com-
S.
The team event, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. Hashtag waterfalls. So go ahead, Sean.
So, if anyone was at the Comanche team event and you launched out of South Shore, most of you have, and you happen to be putting your stuff away in the parking lot like everybody does after the tournament, everybody's talking, how'd you do? Oh, we did this, we did that. Hey, waterfall, you want a drink? And I think it started with Vinny, right? He had a what was even in those not bottle, the bottles there.
It was
Was
Costco tequila.
Yep.
Kirkland.
And I tell you what, I'm not a tequila drinker, but that stuff was very smooth and went down really, really easy.
It's
Almost,
because it's Patron.
especially for some people on this podcast, it went down too easy.
Yeah.
So they're drinking and drinking and drinking and drinking more. We all go over to the hall for the awards, the food, more drinks. You go out, and also there's like empty bottles of the Costco Kirkland tequila.
As
the evening went on,
was there actually empty bottles?
there were some, yeah, and
Okay.
then it was kayak or something out front. there was some empty bottles, or partially empty, or pretty much empty. But anyways, as the evening went on, everybody's having a good time. Then, was it during the raffle or something, or pretty close? You're not going to remember, of course.
I think it was during the raffle because I remember hearing a thud
Yeah,
and turning
I
around.
don't.
and we look out
I
at
don't remember. That's why I'm asking.
the little area. It almost looked like a crime scene, almost like we could have put a chalk line around Max. He was just out, and it's just funny because everyone just like stopped. Everyone's just standing around like kind of looking down on him. What are we gonna do? He was out. So the waterfalls / hashtag maxed out. That pretty much is it. Like it was definitely a memorable night. There we go.
Oh, see,
Right-
there you go.
right before
Jamie.
the raffle. Yeah.
There we go. Yep. James nailed it right before the raffle.
Well, that's where the saying comes from. If guys are not in the loop that weren't there.
Yeah, that's right. I remember because people were like, "Get his raffle tickets."
Yeah. So the fun fact with that is I remember giving my raffle tickets to AJ before I blacked out.
Uh-oh.
So that was the very last thing I remembered. The very last thing I remembered was the sun was still out. I had met James. I bought my raffle tickets, put in my tickets to wherever. Kind of just all I remember was I put most of my tickets, like 90% of my tickets, into the win the whole year, the season of Yakabas entry fees. That's where I put most of my tickets, and then I don't remember what else I put into it, but I gave the rest of my tickets to AJ.
Yeah,
and that was the last thing I remember.
And I think AJ won that, right? For some reason, he put one ticket in there. He said,
No, I don't know.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
"No."
Well, obviously, I don't remember. Obviously,
Yeah.
but
Max won nothing, but AJ won a whole bunch of stuff.
yeah, I won a lot of waterfalls. Is what I won.
That was a fun night. I'm kind of anticipating this year, end of the year team tournament. Where is it going to be? Where the venue is going to be at? Because it's going to be an interesting season ahead of us.
So we got 20 guys watching, and we got 14 entries. So I'm gonna give you guys like 2 more minutes to hashtag waterfalls, and just in case you forgot or you don't want to, but a couple more minutes here for you guys before we draw it. And yes, thank you to Pia and Damien.
Yes.
Yeah, they did.
Watching out for me. Yep. I seen photos afterwards.
The twins, Pia and Damien.
I will. Damien and Damien.
Damien.
Yeah. I'll put it out there, but Pua has some photos.
Yeah.
Pua has some photos of the evening.
Oh my
I think
God.
he's got it on video. He's got video too.
Yeah.
We're going to get you a T-shirt made.
All you have to do is comment hashtag waterfalls. Just comment to the comment section, and it should roll through.
Dude. So we had a similar thing happen. Was it Wild West TOC or something? When it was up in the Afterbay. A bunch of us stayed in Chico. There was a certain individual who drank way too much. Coming back from the bar, as soon as he got out of the Uber, he passed out on the sidewalk.
Y'all leave him there?
Yeah, he was fine.
That's awesome.
No, but there's a picture.
Oh dear.
We got a picture of it. It had a T-shirt made for him, And it was perfect. It was the whole thing when the Let's Go Brandon thing was going on. So the shirt said "Let's Go Brandon," and he's passed out like this. So we're going to get a shirt made for Max.
And if anybody's in a market for 2020 PA12, reach out to Steven.
That's a fun.
I should start charging you guys.
Advertise?
Yeah, ad read.
You get a finder's fee.
A finder's fee.
Yeah, one waterfall.
All right.
The other waterfall story that was really good. I don't know if you've heard Obidy's story. His first kayak tournament on Maloney's.
That's where it was.
So if you look at Obidy's Tourney X photo, he's passed out on the dock.
Mm-hmm.
James had to go pick him up at the other ramp at Tuttletown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. I think it's on the Cast and Crank podcast.
Yeah, I've never seen or heard of it.
Dude,
Yeah, he partied and got about 15 minutes of sleep. He's all, I can fish all. We're good. Got to where he's going. Nope. Wasn't happening.
Oh, that's funny. All right. What about somebody sleeping at the ramp?
Yeah.
Bob is infamous for that because Bob shows up early. Everybody knows Bob's a.
Yeah.
But all right. We're gonna draw this here since that might be it. It's past our time, so we're gonna draw it here.
Do it. Let's do it. Oh, look at that.
Good luck, everyone.
Who's getting it?
Look at that. Look at that. Come on, big money. Big money. Big money.
Oh, there you go. Wai-Ming. I will see you soon, so I'll just hand it off to you.
There you go.
If that works for you. Where you could reach out to me and we could figure out how to get to you. Or should we do best out of 3? We'll just be sitting here all night drawing because it'll take forever to get the best out of 3. But congratulations.
That was pretty cool.
Wow.
How you did that? That's exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll reach out to you, and I'll get it to you.
It's awesome. Good stuff.
That being said, now that the giveaway's over, everybody's probably gonna leave, but
I know they're like,
like, bye. I only stayed here for the giveaway.
yeah. But that being said, there is 2 events happening this weekend. If guys are free to go fish or they want to fish, Central Valley Kayak Fishing at Kauai is happening. Acrobats Gamblers on the Delta is also happening. And those are the 2 kayak events that's happening this weekend. So if anybody wants to fish a tournament or a derby, the Acrobats Gamblers is a 2-day event. CVKF Kauai is a 1-day event on Saturday. So sermon season, guys.
We'll see how it goes with these post-frontal conditions.
Oh, it'll be fine. Oh, and for anybody that's sticking around for the very end, I seen this question earlier.
Oh.
Referring to Damien Tao and catching big fish. He told me not to say, is all I have to say to that. But it's on a glide bait. Big glide bait.
Nice.
Go through it. It's a glide bait bite. All I got.
Heck yeah.
You guys got anything else before we sign off here and end it here?
No. Good
Nope.
night. Good night. Good stuff.
Sean, you shared something the other day. What are you going to be on our podcast soon?
Yeah, so it's just totally random. These guys are somewhere back east. Called the Co-Angler's Corner.
Uh-huh.
They're on Wednesdays also. It's kind of confusing.
Okay. That would be fine.
But it's never met the guys. I don't know. I watched some of their podcasts. It's still new. They're upcoming. They get some pretty good guests. They just had the kayak gal Christine on there. I guess she fished her first boater tournament. They just had her. So they get a lot of different perspectives. They cover a lot of different topics and stuff. So I don't know.
When are you going on, sir? So that some guys.
April 9th or 6th. I think it's the 9th. It's on a Wednesday, Eastern time, 8 p.m. So it's at 5 p.m. here, I think. I'll repost it again when it gets a little closer. Yeah, it was neat. Like they just found me on Facebook and hit me up, and I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I don't even know what they even want to talk about, but they cover everything. They did a whole podcast on shaky heads. They covered drop shotting. They covered picking up sponsors and sponsorships and stuff. So it's pretty legit, I guess. But it's still what's probably going to happen, because these guys are, one guy's Cajun Rob and the other guy is, I don't know where he's from. I bet you halfway through the podcast, I'm gonna start talking with a little twang and stuff. Watch. Well, y'all know this is how we catch some fish here. These are closed right now.
We'll answer this before we shut down.
Tolek.
Comanche.
Well, you can rent a boat at Comanche. You just can't take your personal boat.
Right.
Pardee.
Yep.
Pardee's also rental, no?
Yeah. A lake out here by me that I don't want to name a name, but I will. Lake Hennessy
is closed.
City closed the lake.
That's fun.
It's basically a mini Clear Lake if you ever been there.
Yeah, I don't know the whole story with New Maloney's. I'll get some more information on that, because they're full. Then people were going out there.
When I drove by today, there was people in the water.
Yeah. So I don't know the process. I haven't been there in a few weeks, and I talked to some of the rangers who said no one's going to be here till 8 to check boats out, but that may have all changed. So I don't know the whole deal with the Maloney's yet.
They're probably doing their same old inspections with the dog they did last year.
Yeah. The muscle sniffing dog.
Yep.
So basically, there's not too many lakes that are actually closed besides Tulip, because you could actually still get to Comanche and Pardee. Maloney's is still kind of, obviously you could get on the water, but procedures are maybe a little bit difficult, obviously.
Yeah.
Barrios is the same, under the same management as Maloney's, so that always could change.
Yeah.
As of right now, it's still open for as long as you're.
They were couple people posted about Maloney's that your trailer can't come in contact with the water if you have a kayak, which is maybe if you're just there for the day, you didn't do the quarantine process, maybe, and maybe some of those boats that are out there have done the 30-day process. I don't know. If I get time, it's not that far from the house, and I get more information, I'll put it out there.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Oh, so before Super Bowl Sunday, we had the annual RB Bass meeting. It's an annual thing. We do it before. We have some new members. We have a little higher level of expectations this year. So you'll see a lot more stuff being put out by RB Bass. And I did speak to James about it as well. My goal this year, after the awards for Yakabass, I want to interview the top 3 from the tournament individually after the tournament, after the awards, and I want to post that on RB Bass on their website, YouTube, all that stuff. So that'll give the anglers a little more opportunity to get more exposure if they're going to try to pursue sponsorships, things like that. So RB Bass website alone is the second most like clicked, I guess I could say, fishing website. Underneath like what was it, Western Bass or something like that. So we get, I think last year was like 2.7 million something clicks, if that makes any sense. So there's a lot of potential there for people to get some exposure, stuff like that. We have a little higher goals this year and pushing the members of RB Bass and the new members to be more active, I guess you could say. So my goal this year is start exposing yak bass more, the anglers get their more exposure, and just trying to show the whole bass community coast to coast. We have anglers that represent RB Bass, all the way back east as well. Just trying to get that exposure out there to the kayak community and stuff. So that's one of my big things this year.
Well, thank you, Sean.
Yeah,
that's that'll help out a lot of guys that are trying to pursue it more seriously. Is the best way to say it. Yeah. So it's not for everybody, but it definitely will help those guys that want to go that route. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that being said, that's a good way to end the show. So anybody that's trying to pursue that route, get a top 3.
Get a top 3, and just ask you about any people, sponsors you want to thank, and we're gonna put it out there for you, and do our thing, get you all some exposure, get yak bass some exposure, and all bass fishing is a big old thing of networking. So let's do it.
That being said, thanks everybody for tuning in. Not much has happened yet since the last time that I really wanted to rant on. Nothing too crazy has happened yet, but there will come a day where it'll be a very interesting After Dark show. There will come a day. Just not tonight. So
right on.
Thank you everybody for tuning in.
Cool.
Once again, thank you guys for joining. We got to get more guys on here somehow, some way, somehow. Maybe we'll find some sort of incentive. But
invites out there.
Yeah, we'll send some invites out there. But that being said, good night, everyone.
All right.
Later.